Welcome to this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. Today we're going to spend a little time with the folks at Suffolk Parks and Rec, talking about some adult spring sports as well as camps, both for spring break and for summer. Want to get your child signed up as soon as possible. A lot of great opportunities out there. Stay tuned. Welcome back to On the Scene. We're joined now by William Berriman, who's Athletic Supervisor with Suffolk Parks and Rec, to talk about some of the programs that are coming up for both adults and, well, actually specifically for adults that are coming up in the spring, as well as we already have a couple of sports that are really already underway, correct? And are getting ready to kick off, so to speak, youth soccer and t-ball. So registration for that is kind of complete, and you're getting all the meetings together to get all that formed up and going. Yes, so as a reminder, if you're looking forward to some spring sports next year, youth soccer, t-ball, Suffolk Parks and Rec, be sure to check out their website and look for some announcements on social media to get out there and get your children registered for that if you're interested. But for the adults, we still have some opportunities for some sports that are out there right now, adult basketball and co-ed softball. Correct. So let's talk about basketball first. Kind of how does that come together? Can an individual sign up, or you really need to do it as a team?
Most of our teams that come in are full teams. Right. We do have some individuals that we try to place on the team, or we try to get all the individuals to come together. We let them come out to one of the locations, meet each other, kind of have a practice, and build some extra teams.
But as far as adult basketball registration, I know is currently underway. What's involved in that process? What do people need to do if they want to take part?
They would need to come down to the admin office to speak with me or Mr. Curtis. Okay. It's for basketball, it's $320 for the team. You have to have a complete roster of your players so we can get that on our score sheets. Okay. And then there'll be an 8-week season or 8-game season, and then we'll have an end-of-the-season tournament.
Nice. And where are all those games taking place?
Throughout our joint use, mostly in our downtown region with Booker T or Mac Bend Recreation Center.
Are we talking evenings, weekends, mixture of both?
Evenings during the week.
Okay.
Usually games won't start before 6, and then hopefully we're done by 9, 10 o'clock.
Okay, very good. So again, that's adult basketball.
Correct.
Now, co-ed softball, I'm assuming the setup is very similar in kind of how you get registered and everything.
Similar.
So kind of talk about that just a little bit.
Similar registration. You come down, talk to me or Mr. Curtis. It's $350 for adult softball. Okay. We play on Friday nights at JFK. It's double headers every night for the teams. Okay. We start at 6:30, and then we'll go until however many teams we have. Usually we have about 6 to 8 teams. Got it. Okay. So you could be done by 7:30, or you could be there until 10 o'clock.
But again, I'm sure y'all try to make the schedule so you kind of hit everybody up and get everybody kind of in and out as quickly as you can. So
and we balance the early games versus late games so everybody has a equal balance.
Gotcha, gotcha. So again, those registrations are ongoing now. When does it wrap up, registration?
We'll wrap up registration into next week, possibly the following if we're still looking for a few more teams. Okay.
Now, you mentioned they have to come to Suffolk Parks and Rec Administration Building, which is on South 6th Street, correct?
Correct.
But can they also do it online, or do they really need to come in to kind of check in and talk to someone?
They'll have to come in. We don't offer this online yet.
Okay. So if anybody had any questions about either of those two leagues, is there a good point of contact?
If they just call to the main office, they'll transfer you back to myself or Mr. Curtis, and we can answer all the questions.
Okay. And again, these are just some of the sports that Parks and Rec offers throughout the year. Certainly kind of have a fall, a winter, and a spring season. During the summer, we have plenty of locations that people go out and can rent facilities or get out there and play on them as long as someone else doesn't have it reserved. So there's plenty of opportunities for you to take part in that. And part of the other winter sports that are still going on right now that you can still take part in, pickleball, which is a whole other sport unto itself, and also some indoor tennis lessons as well that are being offered through Parks and Rec. You want to talk about that too?
We offer tennis lessons for youth and adult. We do beginner and intermediate. They're on beginner lessons are on Mondays at Oakland. Intermediate is on Wednesdays at Oakland for youth and adult. And then we offered something new this year. Pickleball on Tuesday night, it's open play. It's free with an annual membership, as well as open play tennis on Thursdays, which is also free as long as you have annual membership to our rec center.
Okay. And when we talk about pickleball, it's like a smushed down version of tennis and racquetball kind of morphed together. A lot of good content. If you want to check it out, go online. You can look up pickleball and kind of see what we're talking about. It's a different type of racket. It's kind of like a hard wooden face, so it's definitely a different sound in the way the ball comes off of there, which is really almost like a wiffle ball type ball.
Pretty
correct?
similar to a wiffle ball.
But again, it's a really condensed version. You don't do a whole lot of running as much as you do kind of quick movement type.
Quick movement and reaction.
Right, and there's some different rules, so it's not just like tennis, but there are some similarities, and racquetball as well. But again, it's kind of a fun, growing sport.
Yep, it's
you see it
fast.
really popularity. Good summer sport that people get out there and do, but we have the opportunity for you to take part, as William said, indoors at Oakland.
Indoors at Oakland.
And again, for someone to go out there, it's open play. So again, they would have the equipment, could explain to you what the rules are and kind of get people together. But you mentioned the fact you do need to have a membership. Now, if you don't, is there a fee you pay the day of, or really you just need to have a membership?
Oh, you can pay the fee that day of with a credit card at Oakland, or you can come to any of our joint use site or the admin or any of our rec centers and register as well. And to build a little on the pickleball program, something we'll be doing this spring when we move outdoors is we're actually getting 2 courts lined out at Howard Mast, so we can continue building on the program and offer lessons and games outdoors as well.
Perfect. So you mentioned, I know this is a new addition to the inventory that Parks and Rec has, and I think that's a great way to show that how y'all are responding to the needs that are in the community. So if people have a program or something they want to get together, we certainly don't just wing it, but you want to establish it and get everything organized. But that's a great way that y'all are listening to, like I said, the needs of the community and providing these opportunities out there.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, again, offerings for youth, for kids that get a little bit older, and then also for adults that are offered year-round at different kind of things. Again, check out their website, Suffolk Parks and Recs. We'll have that URL on the screen. They also have the activity guide that also notes some of the opportunities you have to sign up for things. Check them out on social media. So a lot of great ways to get the information out there that they're utilizing to make sure everybody knows kind of what's happening in the community. And y'all been doing this for a while as far as these athletic programs. You know how they're run. You've got referees. You've got everything structured and everything together. What is sort of y'all's, I know we kind of talked about it, so you may be repeating what I just got through rambling and saying, but y'all's philosophy when it comes to organized sports like this, kind of how do y'all approach each one?
With our youth sports, obviously we have it all laid out, referees, the whole 9. With recreation, we want it to be fun. We push that a lot. We push that with our coaches. We push it in our parents' meeting. That needs to be enjoyable so the parents and the kids want to come back each year. So it helps. And same thing with the adults. Some of them are just coming back out for the first time to get back in adult leagues and getting back exercising. They want it to be fun. Their competitive spirit comes out. But usually with adults, we can rein them back in and say, we got to get up in the morning for our jobs.
I understand. You want to put those air quotes on that competitive spirit thing too, because we know how things can run sometimes. People get a little too spirited, as they should say. But this is also a good opportunity for people who are interested in giving back to the community and getting involved in sports, for volunteers for the youth, some of the youth coaching spots. How does that process work? That if someone's interested, and I know y'all you do background checks and everything, but how does that work if someone wanted to come up and say, look, I'd like to help out with the basketball team next year or something? How would they go about doing that?
We have a volunteer coaches application on our website on the athletic page, as well as you can call myself or Meredith Markler, and we can give you a coaching application. Thankfully, we have the military within the region, so we have a lot of them that like to come volunteer within the community, as well as we've had some coaches that have spent 15 years coming back. We're thankful for.
And again, that's a great way that everybody can participate in different, whether you're playing, whether you're a parent, or going out there as a supporter, or able to be, again, as a volunteer with the coaching. Also, I guess you're looking for referees or umpires or whatever kind of officials with that, or do you have our arrangements with other organizations?
We have signers for our referees, but they're always looking for additional referees because they're getting slimmer.
I understand. I understand. So again, Suffolk Parks and Rec offering a lot of great opportunities to participate in some way, shape, or form in organized sports. So again, check it out their website and other outlets there to get more information on that. William, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to actually take a break, and we're going to come back with more talk with Suffolk Parks and Rec when we return. Welcome back to On the Scene. We're joined now by Deja Patterson, who is a recreation specialist with Parks and Rec, and we have some camps that we're going to be talking about. One of them coming up very, very soon, Spring Break Camp, and again, that'll be in early April. and people want to be thinking about that. And really, we're filming this mid-March, so you want to be thinking, if you want to get your child signed up, you might want to do it sooner rather than later, because those camps will tend to fill up. Deja, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
So we're talking about spring break camp first. Registration already going on. Let's talk about the sites where it's going to be held, what the ages that it's open to, and how people can sign up.
All right, so our first thing, we have 2 different sites.
Okay.
One's going to be in the northern end. The other one's going to be in the southern end.
Okay.
The northern end will be held at Creekside.
Okay.
The southern end will be held at McBinn Recreation Center.
Okay.
Now, they're comprised of 2 other sites that we have outside of those sites as well. So mostly Creekside will hold our Northern Shores Recreation Center.
Got it.
And our McBinn site will probably comprise of our Oakland one and our Booker T one.
Got it.
Now, it is a must that you must get in there quick, though,
Right,
because
right.
we are filling up.
Yes, yes. And what are the ages for the kids?
The ages are going to go from pre-K 4
Yep.
all the way up to 5th grade.
Okay, very good.
And yeah, so pre-K 4, they have to be within the Suffolk Public Schools.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it. So how can people sign up for it?
You can sign up at any joint use rec
You
facility.
can. Okay.
We have about 5 of them: Kings Fork, Northern Shores, Creekside, Booker T, Oakland, and McBinn.
Okay.
You can also go to our main offices as well. They take cash, so that's a plus if you want to pay with cash.
Right.
It's $65.
Okay.
We go to full week, full activities.
Right.
We get to go on field trips. We're going to Top Golf. So
Okay,
anybody
nice.
wants to have
Sweet.
some golfers, you can try it.
Good deal.
We're going to Top Golf, and we'll have a good carnival at the end of the
Nice.
week on Friday.
Okay.
We're celebrating the Olympics early.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good. Get that competitive spirit out there. Now, it's a full day camp, correct?
Full day.
So it starts
7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
6 p.m. And again, that $65 covers you for the entire
for the
week.
whole entire week.
Now, with lunches and stuff, the campers need to provide their own lunch,
Yes,
right?
breakfast, snack, and lunch, and a snack.
Got it. Okay. Now, is there anything when you have the ending event? Is there any food provided with that?
Yes, we'll have lunch there
You will,
for the
okay,
ending, as
got
well
it.
as on our field trip. We'll have lunch as well.
Very good. So, kind of how are the days structured there?
The days they come in, we usually have a time, kind of quiet time. I laugh and say the kids are still waking up, so they're still waking up. We'll
Right.
have quiet time. Then we're gonna separate them once we get into the gym. We'll have breakfast, snack, and then we'll probably go into the gym and separate them. Do games, crafts, activities. One day we're going to Top Golf, so that
Got it.
might comprise of our whole entire day. And like I said, we're getting ready for the Olympics.
Yeah.
Our Friday is
Right.
gonna Our Friday is going to contain probably our Olympic day.
Okay.
So if you're like me, I'm competitive.
Yes.
I like to pick my teams on the first time.
I got you.
So
I got you.
We might have time during that, depending
Right.
on staff and the site. We might have times to build, get ready, practice toward the end of the day, have that going on as well.
Now, the ending activity, will that be at one site, or will each site have their own?
We'll be at one site together.
You will.
So
Everybody comes
site
together.
against site.
Got it.
And
Okay.
I feel like my site's going to win, just shouting out to the other site.
Okay. Let them know now that
Let 'em know
what the
now
deal is,
my
right?
site's
You've already got the gold medal
Yes.
picked out. And
I
you're ready
already
to
got
go.
it. My speech and everything ready.
Wow. Okay. You were prepared. I like the philosophy. Good job. Good job. So again, the spring break camp registration is ongoing right now. Again, the dates for that again?
It's going to be April 13th through the 17th.
And that's when Suffolk Public Schools is
It's
out
closed
for
for
spring
spring
break.
break.
Okay, got it. And again, the age
They're
is
going from pre-K 4 all the way up to 5th grade.
perfect. It's $65 for the whole week, covers you.
Yeah.
Now, do you have to be a Suffolk resident to participate? So if you say work here or whatever, how does that?
If you work here,
Yes.
they do allow your kid to come.
Okay, they do. Okay.
Other than you do have to be a Suffolk resident.
I
And that can
understand.
be showed proof when registration
Got
by
it.
a simple bill.
Okay. Pretty easy. And I'm sure for some of the parents who already have their children in before and after school programs, I mean, they already know the system and
Yeah,
kind of
they
how it
already
works, so they
know.
kind of know and again are taking advantage of the opportunity that y'all provide. So those camps tend to fill up pretty quickly. So again, we want to encourage everybody to sign up as soon as possible to make sure that you get your slot for your child or children locked in there, so that you have a place to go during spring break week. Because remember, they're on vacation.
Yeah, they're on vacation.
Yes, but and y'all want to make it fun, and I know
Yes.
staff really gets involved in that.
Oh, we
and
get competitive.
yeah, competitive but fun.
Yes,
That's
fun
right.
competitive.
That's right. You got a smile on your face. That tells me we're having a good time when we
Yes.
deal with that. Well, speaking of registration, which again is already underway, and you're thinking, well, it's a little early to be talking about this, but summer will be here before we know it.
Yes.
And again, Suffolk Parks and Rec offers a good variety of locations and things for summer camps, Planet Rec camps. Let's talk about that. And again, I would stress up front, if you're interested in a site, sign up as soon as possible, because you have a limit. When you've reached your capacity, there's no more room in the inn, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And we don't mean to be mean by this, but we're full.
Right.
Yes, sign-ups. We are currently taking sign-ups now for
Okay.
our Planet Recreation
Got it.
program. That is also kind of like our spring break, starting at 7 until 6 p.m.
Okay.
Except it's going to be different. We'll have what we call sessions. They're 2 weeks at a time.
Got it.
So it starts at the end of June, June 22nd, all the way up until August 15th.
So was it like four 2-week sessions?
4 2-week sessions.
Gotcha. Now, when you sign up once, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I want to ask you, I know because people are thinking, all right, explain this with me. So if you sign up for session 1, are you automatically locked into 2, 3, and 4 if you're interested?
No, your payment is what locks you in.
Got it. Okay.
So there'll be a $35 registration fee. That's one time.
One time.
And then there's an $85 fee.
Got it.
That counts as your session. So say if they pay for the first session.
Right.
And they want to pay for the second session.
Yeah.
They won't have to pay the $35.
Understand.
They'll just pay the $85.
Got it.
Now, I do have some participants who pay the whole entire summer.
That's right.
It doesn't have to worry about
Right.
it. So perfectly fine. If you want to do that,
Gotcha.
more power to you.
Right.
Then some, you got family vacation.
Of course, yeah. Maybe it doesn't work with the schedules and things like that.
It doesn't work with schedules, or we also have other specialty camps
Okay.
as well going on, so they'll switch over to other specialty camps.
Got it.
But once again, we do say, we fill up.
Yeah.
We fill up.
Right.
We love you.
Now, where are the Planet Rec camps offered? We have a couple more sites than what are offered for the spring break ones.
So Planet Rec is going to be it's going to actually be all of our joint use sites except for one. It's going to be Northern Shores, Creekside, Oakland, Booker T, and McBinn.
Okay.
Kings Fort will comprise of our Hoops for Life camp.
Got it.
There is a camp for older kids, though. It's called Discover Your Future. That will be held at East Suffolk.
Okay. And again, what are the ages for Planet Rec? Is it just like it is for spring break camp?
Yes, pre-K4 through rising fifth graders, because we have fifth graders, but summertime we count them as rising because they're going to 6. And if they're pre-K4, they have to be going through the Suffolk Public Schools pre-K4 program.
Got it.
That's what counts.
And the day, I'm assuming it's structured pretty similar to what we talked about with the spring break?
We will have some
Okay.
field trips throughout the summertime. We're going to Ocean Breeze.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Sweet.
So we'll have a lot of fun trips in between. And it varies per camp. There will be a list.
Right.
All camps will go on the same day.
Right. Okay.
So.
And then the $85 covers you for both of the weeks, and does it cover the field trips as well?
Yes, it covers
so really,
the field trips.
That's a pretty good bargain.
Really good bargain. Really good. No extra payments for field trips. That $85 covers you as a whole. If you want to send extra cash, you can. But we feed them there.
Yeah. Very good. And of course, with the program offered, I mean, you have the joint use facilities that you're using. So again, they're going to be inside for part of the day. Yes. Obviously, if you get outside and it's not too oppressively hot or anything like that, you will utilize those things as well. But you've got breakout rooms and little things like that in there. You have the basketball court or the gym area. So again, a lot of chance for them to run, burn off that energy, so that when they come home, they're good and tired and can go to sleep and then start over again the next day.
I promise parents they sleep when they leave.
As a parent of a child that did participate in the program, I can vouch for this. He always had a good time, and he always came home very, very tired.
Yes.
Met a lot of new friends, too, because, again, you're mixing and mingling with kids that are coming from all across the city, so it's a good chance to kind of meet some new friends, get out there and have some fun during those summer months when we're all looking for fun stuff to do.
Yes.
So, now, we mentioned that registration for the Planet Rec camps is already going on.
Yes.
How can you sign up for that? Again, do you go to one of the facilities?
You can sign up at any joint use facility.
Okay.
You can also sign up at our main office.
Okay.
The main office is good because if you want to pay in cash, they take it. All our other sites, they could take money order, a check, or a credit card. And the sites again are Northern Shores, Creekside, Oakland, Booker T, McBinn, as well as our other joint use site, Kings Fort, but that one will hold our Hoops for Life camp.
Gotcha. Now, when are those facilities open that people can go by to do that sign up?
Right now, we're in our before and after care.
Okay.
So if you're at the regular the elementary school joint use sites, let's just say that. They're 6:30 to 9, and that usually is when the kids come in and they go to school.
Right.
And then the afternoon, 3:30 to 6.
So you can pop by anytime in there to do this. And then, of course, the administration office, you go by there. We're looking more of a structured Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 type. So we always have staff there to help you out there. Perfect. So if a parent is considering either the spring break camp or maybe one of the Planet Rec camps we talked about for the summer, what would you say to encourage them other than signing up now? I know we've said that a bunch of times, but to participate as far as they're thinking, it sounds like a good opportunity, but kind of tell me one last thing that's going to get me over the hump to get my child signed up.
We create memories.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, I went through those camps when I was younger.
Awesome.
Yes. So it's fun to look back on your summertime. You grew up with friends. I know a lot of people. One of my friends, she ended up marrying someone that she met at the camp.
Okay.
Yeah. So we create a lot of memories. And we build, I say for me, a lot of social skills within kids.
Right.
A lot of kids are probably used to certain day-to-day things. And we teach them new skills.
Yeah.
They learn new things, new hobbies. They can become more interested, and a lot of them return for our before and after. With our athletics as well, more parents get involved. And especially with some participants who are military as well. They come during the summertime or come toward the end of the school year. it opens them up as well. They make friends.
Right.
Parents end up knowing each other. You get
Correct.
to know who's around you.
Yes.
So it's a way to connect people through
Right.
fun.
And get involved in your community and get to know your community.
Yes.
So like you said, it's a benefit. Like you said, just got through saying, I guess if your child already has some friends that, look, I remember him or I can remember her,
Yes.
you start that school year, you got some friendly faces out there. That's a big help.
Somebody having your back when you step into the bus.
Indeed, indeed. All right, well, Deja, I appreciate your time today to talk about these
you.
great opportunities, again, that Suffolk Parks and Rec are offering to our community. A great way to participate, have some fun for your kids, either on the spring break camp or if you're looking forward to the Planet Rec camps during summer. But again, get that registration done as quickly as you can. Again, those sites do start to fill up rather quickly. Again, Deja, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. That will do it for this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. We'll see you next time.